Welcome to the Nightly Rant. I'm Mike.
And I'm Torya.
This is the show where we talk about the awful things that have happened in our day, the awesome things that have happened in our day,
and all the things in between.
Thanks for listening, and we truly hope you enjoy. Well, today was full of surprises.
Was it?
Well, what just happened?
Captain Crazy Pants actually paid his last invoice.
Yeah, shocking,
so
huh?
the guy that I ranted about during our pets episode actually paid his final invoice. I'm shocked. I don't believe it. It's very freaky.
Yeah.
I think he was afraid of the damage I was willing to do to his reputation.
Yeah, you mean like point the spotlight on his inadequacies?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. Because of some of the stuff that I've been studying lately, I'm on a few busy groups on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I spend a lot of time going through those groups and reading things, but in the long run, what it ends up doing is it gets me onto Facebook like 4 times a day.
Okay.
And every time I'm on Facebook, I see these people, and I mean, like, what I'm about to say is my opinion, okay? Mm-hmm. So if anyone wants to beg to differ with me or whatever, that's fine, but this is my opinion, okay? And I'm not even sure you agree with this, okay? These people, they mean well. Mm-hmm. They do. They mean well. But they are hawking a product as a single meal replacement that costs like $135 to $140 a month.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But you know, if that's not enough to offend somebody, okay? If that's not enough to offend somebody, let's talk about the fact that they are all over social media advertising how they're now coaching a team of people.
Right.
And they say that, I'm going to point something out, they say that whether they have 0 or 1,000 people that they're working with,
right,
they have a team. That team could just be them. They have a team, okay? And I like what they're trying to do. I do. It's an accountability kind of system, etc. I like it. But what I don't like about it, a few things. I don't like that they're selling a product for close to $150, let's just say, that really is no better than straight up whey protein.
Right.
And then they want to say that it's loaded with superfoods, but in order for something to be a superfood, they say it has to be whole. And no matter what you
put
say
in that Shakeology, it's not a whole food.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's powder. It's processed. No matter how you look at it, it's not now all natural.
Exactly. Like if you look at the Whole30.
Yeah, it has to be
plan,
like okay. You want to talk about a
superfood,
okay? Mm-hmm. Blueberries.
Right.
So go eat blueberries. Don't go buy blueberry powder and stick it in some milk and say you had a superfood.
Right.
You see? And that's the thing,
because in that process of turning delicious, lovely blueberries into a powder, you are changing them.
Well, yeah, it's like, hey, it's one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of frozen bananas.
It tastes funky.
Well, and bananas are one of those weird fruits that at different stages, they're different nutritional makeup, and sometimes they're not good for you.
Different levels of sugar.
So, you know, I that's why I'm not super fond of frozen bananas, because they tend to be later in the game.
Well, and if you think about it too, there's a reason that fresh vegetables are the healthiest way to eat vegetables. Steamed vegetables are in second place, and boiled vegetables are in last place. Because
Right.
you're changing the nutritional value of them by doing the process of what you're doing to them.
Okay, so let's not digress though, because I was talking about, you're absolutely right, but I was talking about what I don't like about this whole Beachbody system.
Okay.
And so,
Sorry.
Essentially they make all of their people, if you're really going to make any money, you have to promote that shake. And that's
Right.
why it starts to look like, the only way that anyone is making any money with that is that you get cultish about this product.
Right.
And everybody has a story about, well, will it work for my sister-in-law who has blah, blah, blah. And there's always somebody with that story of a person who, quote, tried everything and nothing worked.
Right.
End quote. And then they decided to try Shakeology, and now they no longer have any of those problems. They are 100% cured of their ailment. Those are some bold claims.
When you're finished your rambling about Shakeology, I have something
Yes.
to say with regard to that.
Those are some bold claims,
Right.
okay? But they put people in a position where in order to be more rabid than the next guy, they got to come up with some crazy ass shit to say.
Right.
And I'm not saying people are being dishonest. It would be kind of like, okay, right now, rest of you can't see this, but she can, so she's going to 100% get it, and then I'm going to back it out for you, okay? There is an extremely fierce creature to my right who has very sharp, snappy teeth and a long tongue that can wrap around your arm and pull you in, and he will bite you if you get him riled up enough. Now, it sounds like I described a pretty violent animal. I described Yogi because
teeny tiny
he
little dog.
is a tooth flasher. He plays really rough, and he likes to play really rough. Like, he wants to bite your hand, and then he doesn't actually bite. He just puts his teeth there and lets you know, hey, I could have eaten your hand off if I wanted to. Mm-hmm. And then you play back with him rough, and he loves it. It's crazy. So anyway, but here's the biggest problems. Like I said, you see them all over social media. I'm proud of these ladies for getting out there and trying to, make some money. And who wouldn't want to be at home with their kid and being able to make a good income? So I'm proud of them for that. Seriously, that's entrepreneurial spirit. Yay. But here's where I believe they're cutting out 50% of their market.
Where?
When they post, "Good morning, ladies. I had my Shakeology shake today." Or, "Okay, ladies, let's get in 20 minutes of exercise today. I need 2 more ladies to fill my challenge." How come a man can't join?
I'm sure if you message them, a man could join. But they're very much leaving you out of their marketing strategy.
So, why are they allowed to get away with that?
I don't think it's a matter of being allowed to get away with that. So much a matter of why. Why are you limiting yourself?
But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I could advertise a job, and I could be like, "Hey, white people, I need a receptionist for my business. So come on, white people, I need a receptionist." Do you think the government is going to let me post an ad like that?
But hiring for jobs and marketing products are different.
No, it's still discrimination because you're selling a opportunity with your company. They want to make you into a fitness coach.
That's quite a stretch.
And that's what they do. You want to read it from their website? Because that's what they did.
No, I think that it's quite a stretch saying that it's on the same level as discriminating when it's...
So it's okay for me to only take donations from Japanese people, but if it's anyone else, not take it because I don't like anyone but Japanese people.
It makes you a racist, but...
All right, that's exactly
so you're calling,
my point.
You're calling
and we have anti-racism laws, and we have anti-sexism laws. And
but they don't protect marketing of products.
It's not a product that they're marketing. They're offering an opportunity with their company.
It's basically
as an independent distributor. No, it's not the same as, hey, ladies, do you want to buy some Shakeology? Have no problem with that. But you're trying to sell the opportunity. And how do I know this? Because when they talk about it, they talk about how, yeah, it's so great to be able to help other people get in better shape for my children and help ease the pressure off my husband by bringing in some extra cash. They're selling the opportunity. Nowhere in there did they say, oh, you got to buy Shakeology. It's, if you sign up, guess how cheap it's going to be to get Shakeology. Instead of $200, it's $150 or whatever it is, the difference. Mm-hmm. And it's irritating.
Okay.
I mean, why would I ever message a person like that and be like, yo, I know you said, hey, ladies, I got 2 more spots for a challenge, but hey, I'd like to be in a challenge and I'm not a lady.
You wouldn't, which is why I think the bigger issue than what you just argued about is that why are they limiting their market to only 50-ish% of the population? Like, why? Do you have a problem working with men? Or are you just trying to market to people you understand better? Or, like, what? Why are you leaving out the entire male demographic of your friends list?
Well, and it's weird when you consider, like, who's their biggest star? Come on.
I have no idea.
You don't know who it is?
I don't pay
well,
attention
you've heard you heard of Insanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Sean T. That's the guy that did Insanity.
I have no idea who that is.
So a guy is like the most inspirational coach on their whole entire company, and yet it's ladies. I have a spot in my challenge, and so here's the thing. Now, I've purposely waited this long because I'm hoping. Some of you are really pissed off right now listening to this. I'm hoping that you are so pissed off because, oh my God, I'm gonna pretend to be them talking to you, okay? Oh my God, did you see what that Mike Mahoney said? He said that Beachbody sucks. He was bashing Beachbody. Can you believe he is saying that we're stupid? Now,
did you say that?
Did I say any of that?
No.
Because I seem to recall saying, I really applaud these women for trying to earn some extra money by doing good for others.
You said you think Shakeology is expensive. You didn't say anything bad about it other than that it's expensive. And you said you don't like that a lot of the people that you're friends with who market Beachbody only market to women.
Right. In fact, not a lot. All.
Okay.
I've yet to meet a female Beachbody representative who actually marketed to men. Me, I didn't say they don't.
Friends with female Beachbody representatives.
I didn't say they don't.
That's why I said.
Well, I've seen men. Mm-hmm. They market to both. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying to you is, when you're a female Beachbody representative, you end up only marketing to females. And it makes no sense to me.
Somebody on my friends list is an isogenics person.
Uh-huh.
And they're the very same. They market to women. And I think it's because she lives in a very small town and she actively does workouts with these people. And I think she's more comfortable running with women. So that's why she markets to women.
Sure, well, but there's going to be, again, my point isn't that everybody is wrong. My point is that maybe you should think about it. I mean, so, okay, to those people who are all pissed off and they say I said all those things, I didn't say those things. In fact, I said a lot of positive things about Beachbody, but my main question was, and I even said that it's comparable to a high-quality whey protein. High quality is the key. I didn't say it was comparable to the, $1 protein powder from Walmart that has no name. Okay? I'm talking that is quality product. But if you want to make money, if that's truly what you want to do and help people, hear the word there? People, not women. People. That would include men. You're going to open up your market to a lot more people. And I'm going to just ask you this. If 1 in 10 buys into the program, okay, 1 in 10. If pretty much 60% of your market is taken away because you're only marketing to women, so worldwide it's probably 60-40, 55-45, you know. That means you could have had 5 spots taken up because 1 in 10, right? You had 50 out of 100 sampling, 50, you'd have 5. But if you opened up the market, and let's say that the stats for men is different. Let's say that men only
1 in 20.
Well, let's keep it an even easier to mess with number. 2 out of 10.
Okay.
So it would be a 1 out of the total of the 5. There'd be 4 from the women, yeses, and then 1 man. It would be a 5. But that's the worst you're going to do.
Right.
The other way, 4 is the best you're going to do. So you're already eked out more sales. And that can only help get to the bottom line, because there's also some statistics. I'm not going to go into too much details because you can pretty much make these statistics say anything you want. But there's statistics that say men who exercise use more supplements, legal and illegal, than women.
Interesting.
Because most women start going on this whole, I'm going to restrict my diet, and they clamp down super hard. Frankly, I think way too hard. And so they don't have room for the calories that a lot of this stuff is.
I don't know. I have different issues with them than
Well, okay, so but the point being, if you're mad, listen to what I'm saying to you. Step up to the plate and invite men and women into these things.
Yeah,
you know what?
And
you know what? You might not get a single man to bite.
But what did it hurt?
But it doesn't hurt to try.
Yeah.
Because if you get even 1 man to bite, you've got 1 more sale than you had before.
Right.
And then even if it goes back to being sexist and the man only works with men, who cares? You've added him to your leg. You're going to make money off of his money.
Yeah. Don't limit your market, that's all.
Right, that's the key. So if that made you mad, think about what the true message is. Like she said, what was the message?
Don't limit your market.
Exactly. Bring men in as well, not just women. So, okay. Now, with that said, you said that's not really your problem with them. So, what is your problem with them?
Well, it's something you kind of touched on earlier.
Well, hold on 1 second before I forget. Do you agree with my premise from before?
98.9% of it.
Great. Okay. That's good enough for me. We can discuss the differences later, but so continue.
Well, it was something you touched on earlier about how every time you talk to somebody who's selling or trying to get you to sign up for accounts in any kind of MLM situation, they always know somebody who's been through what you've been through, and their miracle product solved it for them. So, okay. I have my own cute little share of medical issues. And without getting into them at all specifically, I've been told by, Melaleuca and Isogenics that their products can completely solve my problems. And then
completely, by the way.
And that's, FYI, not possible.
Right.
And by various people, I mean. And then I do some research on my own, and I look at what's in their products and realize that it's the exact opposite of any medical research that's out there, and I have no interest in doing the opposite of medical research.
Right.
And then they keep pushing you, like, well, this can solve your problems, like, this can solve your problems, like that. like the person who was talking to us about Melaleuca and told me that all I need to do is take their daily women's vitamins and all of my anxiety issues would be gone completely.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now,
that was kind of the beginning of the end for me.
While I realize anxiety is you could get rid of. So that's not the issue I was talking about earlier. That's not how you do it. And that's not how you get somebody with anxiety motivated to start selling your products.
That's not how you make them less anxious.
Right. Oh, gosh.
But see, with that company, the thing that drove me nuts is we're not an MLM.
Yes, you are.
But then they proudly tell you that they pay out for 5 what? Levels. But they're not multi-level marketing. They're just a marketing company that pays out on more than one. Isn't that multi-level?
They're multiple level distribution account setter-uppers. Let's be real now.
So they're MLD? Or is it
multi-level douchebags?
MLDAS multi-level discount account set uppers?
Yeah. There you go. That should defeat the arguments.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
What the hell?
We clearly had a very terrible situation with this company.
But kind of Beachbody kind of tries to cover that up too.
Mm-hmm. And my issue
They don't claim that they're not an MLM, but they do tend to try to don't talk about that.
Because MLM's a dirty word.
Yes.
My other issue with specifically things like...
You might have just given me the idea for the title.
MLM's a dirty word.
Exactly.
Anyway, my other issue with things specifically like Shakeology and etc. is it's again their claim that using their product can solve all of your health issues, but then you look at what's in the nutritional value of the Shakeology and just look at the macronutrients, and the level of carbs in Shakeology shakes is equal to the level of protein, and that's alarming for someone like me.
Yeah, but it's probably I've never looked at the ratio, but it's probably 40-40-20, which is perfectly fine for anybody. 40% carbs is considered moderate to low.
I prefer to get my carbs from places that taste good.
Well, yeah.
That's probably just a me thing. I realize that's just a me thing.
No, it's not, though. I get that whey protein blend because it's not super high in carbs.
Well, and I picked the one I got because it doesn't have any dairy, and it's 25 grams of protein per serving and 1 gram of carbs.
Right, low in carbs.
I can have my moderately disgusting tasting protein shake because, let's be real, I don't like them at all. And then I can have some toast, or I could have some fruit, and it would make me happy because I like toast and I like fruit.
That's what I was going to say to you.
The same amount of carbs.
But that's what I was going to say to you. What I do sometimes is, because the carbs are so low, then I can add fruit to my shake. And then it tastes better because there's fruit in there. And I'll even sometimes add a little less fruit and add some oatmeal and grind it up. Now, not everybody's into that, but it's still, I get to have oatmeal with it too. So it's easy to kind of pack in the nutrients and the calories when you want to.
Right.
You don't need something that costs $130 to $150 a month.
Right. My protein powder costs $6 a month.
And here's the thing. Per person.
Yeah.
So if you and I were trying to be healthy and we both were on the same bandwagon, we'd be paying $300 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget that that's only 30 meals.
Right. 30 meals each.
It's $5 a meal.
Yep.
That's expensive.
Anyway, so that's my issue. My issue is let me summarize it for you. All of these places tell me that they can solve my health concerns with their program, but they really don't have any idea what they're talking about when it comes to my health concerns.
Right.
And I don't think that they should do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, when we were at that party, and, we're not going to name names or locations or anything like that, but we were at a party and things were discussed. And afterwards, we were talking about it, and you were just kind of disgusted by the conversation because it talked about kind of supernatural, crazy kind of things happening, and you don't believe in that at all. I understand and respect that. You don't believe in any of that at all, and that's good. But you were actually offended by it. And I can see that being similar to what I'm talking about. Because instead of someone being like understanding of the fact that there might be skeptics, they were just
assumed
that you'd be stupid to be a skeptic was sort of the attitude.
Right. And you know what? I'm not the type, and this may have come off the wrong way, I'm not the type who's just offended by other people's beliefs.
Right.
I'm just offended when I'm treated like I'm an idiot because I don't.
Well, exactly. And in this case, it was like her belief wasn't even considered. In fact, the only consideration it was given, so I stand corrected, it was considered, but only to the extent that, oh, you're a moron if you think that.
Right.
And that's kind of like the same way I feel about when you guys who are promoting Beachbody talk about, hey, ladies, and you leave men out. And then you talk about how you like to help all these people, and I don't doubt that you do. But you're not helping all people, you're only helping women. That's how it's coming off. And there are lots of men like me out there who will not contact you because they're offended by the approach.
That's reasonable. I think it's reasonable.
And that's not to say that I think their exercise programs are excellent. I lost quite a bit of weight using Insanity and Insanity Asylum.
I like the 21-day fix plan from them. I think it's interesting.
Well, that's the point. They have good stuff. They do. Well-researched stuff. I used to really like their vitamins. Right. And when I first got their vitamins, they were like Costco kind of prices, $19.99 for a couple of months, Or actually, I think it was a little more expensive than Costco. It's probably $20 for the month.
Right.
Okay? Well, by the time I stopped buying their vitamins, it was like
$60 a month.
$65 a month for the same thing. Like, it went up fast. And
they got popular.
Yeah. And I ended up finding a different formula that I could use just from grabbing Costco vitamins and a little bit of vitamin B and calcium, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right. And I put together my own mixture that is good for men that are my age, but that are, somewhat active.
Right.
And I didn't need Beachbody then. What do I need them for?
Makes sense.
I'm not the stand and watch a video on the TV kind of guy. But I think it's brilliant that they have that for the mom who has to stay at home with little kids.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
I mean, this world is scary enough to not have to take your kid out and leave them in control of people you don't even know. So this gives them the opportunity to work out at home and get it done. And it's a good example for the kids to see.
Right.
But remember, there are dads that want to be a good example too.
No, I have one friend that is involved. I think it's Beachbody that she's involved with. And she's not the type to recruit people, so she just, pays to have her Beachbody every month.
Yeah.
But then I saw a video of her doing her workout on Facebook like a month ago. And she has 2 daughters under 6, and they were both doing the workout with her.
That's cute, see?
Yeah.
This coworker that I used to work with, his wife, basically she went and she got like a personal trainer certification. She's very serious about fitness and the fitness industry. And she did that, and then, of course, as is inevitable, Beachbody people started recruiting her, and she said no for a long time, but then she said yes. And one of the things that I got out of conversations with her was that, just my feeling, she never actually said this, okay? I mean, she kind of alluded to it. I got the feeling that by having, the second kid, so there's like, I don't remember, I think there's like a 2 or 3 year age difference. But by having the second kid, it made it a little more difficult for her logistically to get to the gym. Because You know,
she's gotta
one
arrange
child
that
sleeping at one time when she wants to go, and the other one sleeping at the other time when she wants to go.
Right.
And she doesn't want to move children when they're asleep. And I mean, that's what a good mom does, right? And it made it hard. But with Beachbody, especially because now they have the streaming, you don't even need the DVDs anymore.
Yeah.
It's all streaming. That's what she did. She had a thing in her TV in her garage.
Yeah.
And she had the streaming thing go right to the TV, and boom. She probably Chromecasted it or something, you know? And boom, she's working out again and getting into good shape and, you know, losing weight and whatever. She's toning up. But had she needed to get to the gym, I don't think she would have been able to do that right during that time. Then she'd feel bad about herself, and then you spiral out of control.
Well, and then you
I know
start
how
all the
that
way
happens.
back from the beginning again.
Right. So, again, it's got its place, but try to recruit men too. That's it. Bottom line. So I think we beat this horse to death.
It's dead. We killed
Yogi, what do you think?
Yogi's bored.
Yogi says, "This last part put me to sleep, Daddy." So I'm snoring. Anyway, so if this episode moves you in any way, you know, if it angers you, let us know. Just comment spot on our website.
We'd love to hear from you, even if you're mad at us.
.wordpress.com/13 for this episode. So yeah, we'd like to hear from you either way. You know, we're here to touch your hearts, minds, and souls. So
and pinch the nerves.
And that's why, yeah, and, you know, and sometimes we're going to hit a nerve, and that's good. It's okay. It's how we get to know each other.
Good lobsters.
But we don't want this to be a one-way dialogue where she and I talk to each other and you listen. You know, you can make comments, and we appreciate those. So, but I think that's all for tonight, right?
I think so.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's get some rest so I can finish off the week strong. So we got Christmas this weekend.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. Well, hey, tomorrow night,
we have a very
which
special
will come
guest.
out on Saturday, we have a very special guest coming on this show.
So we're not going to
right
tell you
here
who,
with us.
But be excited.
But you need to
special guest.
listen to this coming episode. It's going to be, I think, number 14, and it's going to be amazing.
Exactly.
Our very first, not just our first guest, but our first in-studio guest.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to be fun. So, all right. Well, honey, I love you.
I love you, too.
All right. I will talk to you guys later.
Good night.
Hasta la bye-bye. Hey, this is Mike, and I just wanted to tell you that if you enjoyed the show, and I truly hope you did, you can subscribe on iTunes or Google Play and not miss a single episode. But if you happened to miss an episode and you didn't find it on Google Play or iTunes for some reason, you could go to our website, which is thenightly.rant.wordpress.com.